Have you ever heard a good news, bad news joke? I always thought they were like historically really, really old, but with a little research, I found out the first actual time that we see them is actually in the late 60s and 70s. One of the earliest good news and bad news jokes was about Lewis and Clark, who were the great explorers. And it says, Lewis said to his men, I've got some good news and some bad news. And they said, what's the good news? And he said, we traveled further today than we ever traveled. We traveled 50 miles. And they said, what's the bad news? He said, we're lost. Well, Paul kind of flips that around here. He says he's in chains, but he wants to know the fact that he's in chains actually has good news. What's the good news in this story? Paul's in chains, but because he's in chains, the gospel is advancing. The difficulties he faced brought the gospel forward, and he goes on further to say, hey, the people around me see that I'm in chains, and it makes them more bold to tell others about Jesus. I think sometimes when we look at the things in our life that are difficult, we need to understand that God can use those things. Paul was excited, and he didn't even realize that this letter was going to be encouraging you and I 2,000 years later.